Since Roman Abramovich took over at Chelsea, it can hardly be argued that any manager is right for Chelsea. The Russian oligarch hardly has any time for patience. He is often justified his chop and slash by winning trophies every season. The latest one to get the sack treatment was Frank Lampard. Chelsea didn't waste any time and quickly appointed Thomas Tuchel to replace him. So far he has done well since his appointment and the Blues haven't lost a game. While defensively they've improved a lot, the highlight of his short tenure has been the 1-0 away win at Atletico Madrid. Apart from Tuchel's honeymoon period, this can't be exactly described as spectacular. Only against Burnley and Newcastle have they managed to score 2 goals, who are pretty poor teams if we're being honest. Though so far it's been better than Frank Lampard's last few games, overall Chelsea yet to fully convince anyone. It is obvious that things won't change in such a short period of time, but the early signs don't look so good. Thus, is it some time now to wonder whether he is the right man or not? In the past, Chelsea have often appointed managers who have won trophies with other clubs. The likes of Sarri and Lampard were exceptions to it. As for Tuchel, he's won the DFL Pokal Cup and a few numbers of trophies in France. Apart from that, he hasn't won trophies in other countries. In a pragmatic sense, the DFL Pokal won by his team is a trophy that has some meaning. Apart from that, the trophies in France are not meaningful. This is because the level of French football is not as good in the Premier League, except for PSG. In the Champions League, his team bottled a 2-0 lead at home to a weak Manchester United side. The following year, they did reach the final, however they lost to Bayern. However, their opponents in the rounds previous to the final hardly had star power such as Neymar and Kylian Mbappe. The moment PSG faced the top side, they lost the game. Though his tactics in the game were spot on, he could have timed some nicely substitutions then. Thus, he hasn't got the previous experience of winning league titles in a competitive league. When faced with tough competition, teams under him struggle. The players who have played for him are full of praise for him. He is said to be a very detailed, orientated man who focuses a lot on tactic. On paper, considering his tactical understanding, he seems to be a good manager for Chelsea. The current Chelsea squad is filled with attacking players of good quality. Even Roman Abramovich hired Sarri, so Chelsea could play expansive football like Klopp's Liverpool or Guardiola's Man City. Frank Lampard as well tried to play expansive football, while Tuchel seems to be a manager who likes to play that sort of football. However, so far, Chelsea really hasn't shown signs of expansive football. Yes, they keep a lot of possessions, but they don't really test the goalkeeper. While the system of 3-4-3 does not really get the best of attacking players, the likes of Ziyech, Kante, James, Havertz and Pulisic haven't really been given a chance in the first team. The current squad needs a manager who can get the best out of all talents in the team. This team is capable of playing expansive football. They should not rely majorly on counter-attacking football. It can only be hoped that perhaps next season Tuchel really releases a team that can play expansive football. In football, managers are often sacked for not producing the desired results. However, with Thomas Tuchel, this was precisely not the case. Dortmund appointed him in 2015 and he was sacked in 2017. The reason behind his sacking as manager was because of the differences between the hierarchy and the manager. Even at PSG, the same thing happened. He wasn't sacked because of results. The German was sacked because he fell out with the PSG hierarchy. While Chelsea always have a hot history of falling out with managers, Mourinho, Conte, Sarri and even Lampard fell out with the Chelsea hierarchy. Thus, on paper, it hardly makes sense to hire Tuchel. The former Mainz manager has a record of falling out with hierarchy at the club. Chelsea have a history of falling out with managers of the clubs, though sometimes things work out differently as well, but at this moment it hardly seems to be the case. But anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and let your thoughts in the comments down below, and to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily football news, and subscribe to my channel on the screen right now. That would be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.